You have 6 months to make as much money as possible. All you have to start with is a phone and $500 in cash. What are you doing? That is the best question I have ever been asked in my entire adult life. I am really, really, really good at sales. I'm gonna find a sales job.
Sales is definitely the ultimate hack. I started doing sales immediately after I graduated high school. I had no money and no skills, and I learned the skills through a lot of trial and error, a lot of rejection, and now it's been 7 years and I'm still in sales. I've made millions of dollars in commissions, and it's allowed me to buy $5 million worth of real estate. So if you're in sales, you want to level up, or you want to get into sales, send me a message and we'll see what we can do. Here's how I became a millionaire at just 22 years old, all right? So I graduate high school in 2017. I'm 18 years old. My cousin calls and recruits me to sell pest control door to door in Columbus, Ohio. It's a commission only gig. At first it sucked. It was a lot of rejection, a lot of no's, a lot of rude people. But after a lot of hard work and training, I managed to sell 150 accounts in 2 months, and I made over $20,000 in commissions. The second summer, I sold 472 accounts, made $100,000 in commissions. Third summer, I led a team, sold 750 accounts, and made over $200,000 in commissions. I did that 2 more years. And meanwhile, my dad's a financial advisor. He says invest 10% of what you make at least. But the more you invest, the faster you'll retire, the faster you'll be financially free. So I decided to invest as much as I could of all the money I earned. So I invested 80% of everything I earned in the last 5 years into real estate, stocks, and some stuff like that. Had really good mentors, thankfully, and that made me a millionaire by 22 years old.
Teach entrepreneurship at BYU. It's a big class. It's 500 kids. And there was somebody that asked the question yesterday. They said, hey, I'm in engineering and I'm getting recruited by my buddy to go do door-to-door sales. I know that you did that for a lot of your career. I don't want to go into that as a career. What advice would you give me? Was it worth just kind of the short-term money? And I just said, if it was up to me, every kid in the business school would have a 4-month internship selling full time. It would be a mandatory internship. I just said, it doesn't matter if you're not doing it as a career. If you're going into business, if you're going into entrepreneurship, if you're going into leadership, how you communicate and how you get your point across and how you influence is going to be the difference between if you succeed or fail as an entrepreneur.
Sales is the only profession in the world where you can control how much you make. But we've been sold sales is risky and it doesn't have security. No, bullshit. Wait, 1 second. If it's the 26th of October right now and the 30th, you have 3 bills to pay. Based on your salary, you cannot pay those bills. Sales is the only profession in the world where you could say, I'm going to shut my mouth. I'm going to go find 10 prospects. I'm not going to complain because you can't complain and make commissions at the same time. I'm going to find 5 prospects and they're going to pay for my bills.
This guy is freaking passionate, but he has a great point. Like, what other job can you go make $1,000, $2,000 in a day? Because in 99% of jobs, you're getting paid hourly. And you're capped by how much money you make because you're capped on the amount of time you can work. But in sales, you don't get paid per hour. You get paid what you put in the hour. So you tell me which one is riskier. So go find yourself a sales job. This story.
I was teaching at BYU and there was a kid there that was going to go out and sell. And I was so pumped for him, for that same principle of like, you're going to go learn a skill set that makes you economically self-reliant. Like, you're going to go from dependence to independence. And, that's a big life jump.
Yeah.
And so I see him at the end of the summer and I see him at a sports game and I'm like, hey, how'd it go? He's like, I didn't actually go out. I got this check from the government and I put it into GameStop and I made like $60K and I'm going to go trade full time. And I'm just like, oh no, like life just taught you that checks show up in the mail without work and that when you put something into an investment, you're going to 10x in 3 months. And I'm like, that's going to be a very hard lesson to unlearn. And you're like never going to do the hard thing because life has taught you that there's an easier road, and that's just not true. And, you know, I actually don't have any idea what happened to that kid.
Yeah.
But my assumption is he's still chasing
the easy route.
The easy route.
Like Casey says, don't chase the easy route, come sell.
Paid $285 million for the Dallas Mavericks. I went to an opening night of the 99-2000 season. First game of the year. Wasn't sold out. Energy wasn't in the building. I'm a season ticket holder, a huge Mavs fan. I look around and thinking, I can do a better job than this. Then I realized I can put my money where my mouth is. This was early November. By January 4th, I owned the Dallas Mavericks. So when I took over the Mavs, I didn't get a big office. I didn't give a shit about an office. I didn't get a big desk. I didn't give a shit about a big desk. We had a sales bullpen. We called it the fishbowl because it was in an open office with all these windows. And we had 8, 9, whatever salesperson. I put my desk right in the middle of them. I put a phone book and a computer printout of all of our former customers. And right there next to them, I just started dialing, trying to sell the Mavericks. Ma'am, I know you've been to a Mavericks game before, but you realize now that it's less expensive to come to a Mavericks game than to take your family to McDonald's? Our tickets start at $8, and McDonald's and a Coke is more than that. Why don't you come and try us out? The first game's free on me. I wanted everybody that worked with me to see that if I asked them to do it, I'll do it.
I wanted to share this story because most people don't know that Mark Cuban actually started in door-to-door sales. And, you know, that's one of the key things that made him successful in his words. And even though he bought the Mavericks, he was still cold contacting, you know, old customers to sell tickets.
Hey, how's it going?
What are you doing?
I take out the Johnson's trash.
There's a sign on the door that says no soliciting.
Love trash, sir. Would you please help me do my life passion?
I've had this happen so many times, you don't even know.
So guess what just happened? I gotta know. And guess how much poorer I am? 0% poor. And nothing else changes. And so all we do is we roll the dice again.
The best salesmen understand that sales is just a numbers game and that everyone has a closing ratio. Like, let's say you need to talk to 20 people to get 1 yes on average. So in order to get 3 sales in a day, you know you need to talk to 60 people, get 57 of them to say no, 3 to say yes. That's why successful salesmen don't get deterred when they hear a no, because a no is just one door closer to a yes. Listen to what Ty Lopez says about sales.
So I was like, who's the number one mentor I knew that knew how to make money in the modern world? Only person was my Uncle Bill. So I called him. I'm like, Uncle Bill, I'm stuck. I'm failing. I'm pondering. I got no money. I got less than $50. I'm basically homeless in a mobile home. He goes, 2 ways you can always make money, Ty. Sell cars or sell insurance. That's why I tell people, if you study billionaires, wealthy people, 80% of them started in sales.
Yep.
So
that's how I started.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's like Muhammad Ali said with sit-ups. He goes, you know, I don't count them till they start to burn. But that's why he was the king. Like, he did sit-ups. A lot of people don't like to do sit-ups. So cold calling is like sit-ups. You don't like to do it, but if you do it, it trains you.
If you're interested in an interview and you think you have what it takes, DM me for the best sales job on the planet.